Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. All right, so you saw those pictures there, and those things are familiar around Houston this time of year. We're just a few weeks into hurricane season, and they're predicting that it's going to be a more active season this year. That's why now is the time to get prepared if you aren't already. Joining me are two familiar faces who help keep us safe and informed. KHOU 11 Chief Meteorologist David Paul, and you saw her on KHOU 11 News this morning, Meteorologist Chita. We've all weathered storms together. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, lock and load. This is this part of the year. We've already had a wet season, but as we've said so many times before, every storm, it doesn't matter how many you're predicting will be for one season, every storm has its own personality, and it only takes one, right?
One, exactly.
Yeah,
and that is the thing. So like last year, the ground is soaked. If we were to get a storm early season, we'd see a lot of trees come down because the roots just don't have any hard soil to grab onto.
We've had a lot of rain recently.
So mushy, right?
All right. Last year we heard about this thing called a derecho, and it was people were like Dorito. What are you talking about?
Right.
Speaking of, every year we learn something new, right? Or something new comes
and
along.
It's extremely rare. I think last year, later mid morning, we were thinking we could have a little bit of a wind event, but a derecho, extremely rare here in Southeast Texas.
Yeah.
And when we saw that go from Southeast Texas to Florida,
right?
That was the line of the derecho that it took. That people truly at that time weren't expecting to see that widespread wind event.
Yeah. Well, what that's out because we're always so trained to hurricane. But well, there's more than hurricanes, right? That can cause a lot of damage. We saw it with Tropical Storm Allison. It's just a lot of water or a lot of wind can cause a lot of problems. All right. Over time, we've seen technology change as well to keep up with this, and there are several things in place that you all have to keep people informed. KHOU 11 Plus is one.
So KHOU 11 Plus. This is an app that you download on your smart TV, and what we're doing several times a day right now, so you can go at your leisure when you need a weather update, is long-form weather. Local, we look across Texas, we look across the state. But Chita, when a hurricane is coming, that is going to be a clearinghouse of tropical information.
Yeah, and June 30th, we actually start an extended, now on the streaming platform, 7 to 9 live broadcast. And if during hurricane season, if any tropical systems were to develop, that would be the best place that pretty much throughout the day are going to get live information, new information.
All right, tell us about the weather impact alert.
Okay, so this is a great way to get the public to understand that we think in the weather department that we're going to have a bad day of weather. Now, sometimes that can mean a tornado threat, and sometimes it just means a heavy rain threat that's going to mess up your commute.
Because even nuisance rain can really change and impact your
as
afternoon.
We say in Houston, we go, if someone spits, someone's flooding, right?
Right. But it's a way for us to categorize this. Like, hey, you could see street flooding. Maybe this is more of a widespread flooding event. And during hurricane season, it's going to be a great tool that's easy to understand.
Yeah, and how many times have we been on the phone with a friend? It's like, I'm not going to come. It's pouring down rain. They go, well, it's sunshine over here. Yeah. We have the KHOU Neighborhood Weather Network because sometimes it's spotty, right?
So we have hundreds of individual weather stations across not just Harris County, but all surrounding counties and on the coast. So we can get weather data from neighborhoods, street by street. And when you get a landfalling hurricane, you need incoming fresh data of like, what are the winds? How much rain have we had? It allows us to very quickly assess the flooding threat, the wind threat. So the weather network, the neighborhood weather network, is a wonderful resource to
because
have.
On one side of the street, you could have 3 inches of rain, and on the other side of the street, you don't have any. So it's a great tool to really show very localized, accumulations, winds, that sort of thing.
Yeah, some other tools, the 211 Texas United Way helpline. That's something else that people can tap into.
And that's one of the things that's in the hurricane preparedness guide, like all your emergency numbers, all your resources. If you're building a plan, if you're new to Houston or Southeast Texas, this is available right now at khou.com/hurricane, and it is a great place to start with resources for all the emergency numbers and how to get your family ready.
Yeah, all right, you two, thank you so much. You never know, all fingers crossed, right?
One day at a time,
Deborah. One day at a time, all fingers crossed. All right, for more information, you can visit khou.com/hurricane.